Hey, let's jump right into it, man. Another week, Diddy, and there are right now more and more testimony from other celebrities. This week, we had a couple of people, and today we're gonna discuss a couple of these testimonies from both, well, former friends, former enemies. It's all over the place. It's really all over the place. We're gonna talk, of course, first about these guys. Then we're gonna talk about Diddy, of course, losing some of his money, and last but not least, something that Diddy might do in the future: a prison break. The prison break that went down in New Orleans. That's a crazy one. That's a crazy one. But let's start right away with the Diddy case. Kid Cudi was there this past week. Fair use. This is how we arrived.
Honey, are you nervous to testify today? What are you expecting today? You look great. You look great. I love the fit. Not too serious.
Pull out for Cudi.
Was Kid Cudi stepping out of the car smoking on Diddy's pack? RJ. Or maybe that wasn't well
That
timed, but
wasn't the right.
the
Anyway,
right intro.
I don't know.
Oh man.
I don't know, man. Let me tell you this. Kid Cudi. Is Kid Cudi still making music, KR, by the way?
Yeah, he made an album a couple of years back. He still makes albums, but yeah, it's not the old school Kid Cudi anymore where he was let's say very he well known. I mean, I think there's no
Yeah.
next generation won't know him left from right, but anyway.
Yeah, they won't. And the crew that he used to hang out with is not the same crew anymore. Because one, let's say he was
One is
collaborating a
making
lot with,
songs.
they're making Ye's. He was collaborating with Ye a lot, right? Kanye. And
Yeah, he
they
did.
now Kanye is has ventured into a different genre. Let's put it like that. Um,
To say the least.
to say the least, guys.
Jeez.
Before we continue, and before I react, of course, thank you for your support, your growing engagement. We're seeing more and more of you engaging with us. The amount of subscribers is also moving into the right direction. So we want to thank you for that. In this show, we're going to talk about. We're going to start talking about Diddy, but before we do that, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon, and as we said and announced in the previous show, we will have a new newsletter coming out soon in which we will share with you links to stories and viral videos that did not make the show, because every week we have to filter. There are a lot of videos to choose from, a lot of stories to choose from, and we choose them at the moment the based on how our videos do. So if we have a good video, we of course might dub it. So the Diddy saga, we've been covering the Diddy story for a while now, and because we see that you like it, we keep sharing more and more of those stories with you. But hey, we want to have a more direct relationship with you, of course, to better understand you, better understand what you need, and so that would enable us to pick better stories, maybe. But yeah, with that being said, oh, and last but not least, remember to engage with us, because as we have in every show, we have a comment of the week section halfway through the show, where we highlight the best commentators in of the previous week. So if you want a chance to get a mention in a future show, be sure to share with us your comments. With that being said, KR, I mean,
Yes, yes.
you've encountered a bunch of stories.
Yeah.
So, and as you know, I try not to. Well, not try not. I don't have the time to follow all the stories. I don't know how you have the time to follow all the stories, but
I
yeah,
guess that's the perks of being in your mama's basement, you know. Yeah, you
yeah.
can
So
Like,
The PPP.
there's a. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get that PPP. I didn't get it last time. I know a bunch of people who got it, and now they're in jail. So lucky me.
Yeah.
Lucky me. But yeah, let's go to these some of these testimonies, some highlights. Let's and I'm open share my screen, and you can start reading some of the highlights that happened during Kid Cudi's testimony because it's crazy.
All right. And I quote, here are more highlights from his testimony so far. Cudi confirmed his Porsche, or is it Porsche, was set on fire with a Molotov
Portia
cocktail.
Portia dances.
Glitters
Porsche a
dances.
Porsche doesn't dance.
Okay.
Porsche does dance.
Okay. Cudi confirmed Cudi confirmed his Porsche was set on fire with a Molotov cocktail, identifying the damage in court photos. When asked how he reacted, he told the courtroom, and he quotes, "What the F?" End quote. He said he believed the fire was intentional. After the incident, he met with Diddy at Soho House, a meeting set up by D Rock and Cudi's manager. Cudi said Diddy stood there like a Marvel supervillain and told him, "You know that's my girl." Cudi said he thought they had broken up and found it weird how calm Diddy was, even offering him water twice. Bro, are you sure that was water? Cudi told Diddy, "What about my car?" And says, Diddy replied, "I don't know what you're talking about." On the redirect, Cudi testified that Cassie told him Diddy would hit her and sometimes kick her. When asked if he believed Diddy about the car, Cudi responded that he was lying. Years later, Cudi says he ran into Diddy again at Soho House, and Diddy told him, "I'm just sorry for all that BS." On Cross, Diddy's lawyer asked if Cassie ever said she was intimately, well, abused. Cudi said no, but admitted he was in love with her. So, just so Cudi, let me break. Cudi
Let's
admitted.
break it. Let's break it. Let's break it down.
Yeah. So Cudi
The
said
first part.
did Cudi that did Cudi say that he was in love with Cassie, or that Diddy was in love with Cassie? How should I interpret it?
That's a good one. Let me go back. Let me go back. The
I
sentence
guess he's
on
saying that
cross,
he was
Diddy's
in love.
lawyer asked him if Cassie ever said she's. Cuddy said no, but admitted he was in love with her.
Well, he admitted. So if it's an admission, then you can
Yeah,
only admit. Yeah,
on your side, right?
I guess. I guess.
Can admit someone else's unless anyway.
Or he was
You're a puppet
admitting.
master.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard to say. Hard to say. But that's less that's a good catch right there because it's well he admitted he was in love with her. Was it well I
I think he
guess
was
no.
saying.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
no continue.
I guess he was saying that he was personally in love with her. So he was speaking for himself. And
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people were in love with Cassie. Ryan Leslie was in love with Cassie. I saw a Drink Champs episode of Ryan Leslie. I find it a bit of a shame. Well, not a shame. Shame is not the word. I would like to see more. That's a better way to phrase it. I would like to see more Ryan Leslie interview as it relates to the business side. Now, Ryan Leslie, of course, as we know, was making beats. Was he producing? Was he? I guess he was
He
a
was a
producer.
producer. He was a producer. He was
So
a
he was
producer.
producing for, amongst other, Diddy, Danity Kane, which was a group, which was one of Diddy's groups,
Mm.
and he was in love with Cass. A quick look at the respective dates of birth of Cassie and
He's
Ryan
lucky. He's
Leslie.
lucky he's not in this case.
His luck is not in this because I believe she was still a minor, but like 17 or 18, but still.
Yeah.
Shortly after, and but I saw an interview where he said, yeah, Diddy was there, and it was clear. I'm gonna paraphrase. When he saw that Diddy was also interested in Cassie, he knew that he didn't
Mm.
stand it. And that's a good. I mean, KR,
He
that's
gave
what you
it
have to
up.
do.
Gotta give
KR,
it
that's what
up. You gotta give it
KR.
up.
Hey, if you're in
Gotta
a
give it
if
up.
you're in a room, you find a woman beautiful, you start hitting on her, show her interest, show her that you're interested, and you can see that she's looking at someone else. Some people will try harder, man.
Sometimes you gotta realize she's above your pay grade.
Yeah, yeah. But I guess Cuddy was also in love with her apparently. So there has to be something because Cassie, I mean,
So, so
she
you're
was
gonna
at
read in
least
the second part. You gotta read
okay.
in the second part
Okay,
how they got
okay.
together.
Well, let's do it right now.
Okay, you can start.
Okay, I'll start now. And I quote: Kid Cudi says he and Cassie dated in 2011 after she and Diddy had some problems and stopped dating. He testified that in December 2011, Cassie called him early in the morning, scared, saying Diddy had found out about him. Kid Cudi picked up Cassie, and shortly after, his house was broken into. Gifts were opened, his dog was locked in the bathroom, and the security cameras had been moved. He says his dog became jittery and on edge after the break-in. He testified that Diddy told him over the phone, "I'm over here waiting for you." Later,
This is
later,
like
Kid Cudi's
it's like a Marvel villain, man.
like
I'm
a
here
like
waiting for you, but
didn't DDG also had like a pic of Chloe's, was it Chloe? Hallie's room. Remember?
yeah, well, that's what they at
Also,
least
it's
was said.
like you break in and then
Yeah,
okay,
that's
let me
but
finish this up.
he could have taken that before as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
continue,
that's
continue.
true. That's true.
Trying to
Later, Kid Cudi's dog's babysitter called to say his Porsche was on fire. Cudi says the fire was caused by a Molotov cocktail thrown into the car. He identified the damage in court photos. He told the court he believed Diddy was responsible for both the break in and the car bomb. Mm.
let me see if I have some of the court photos
Inner
for
City
you real
Press.
quick.
So the sources Inner City Press, end of quote.
Yeah, let me see if I can get the pictures real quick. I had a couple of them. Yeah. So this is the Porsche.
There was the Porsche.
What was over of it then?
Mm.
Light it up, boys!
Now fire
Jesus.
up in here. It's getting hot. We on
Yeah, it's
fire.
crazy, man. And did he? Did he? Kid Cudi. Jeez.
Kid. Okay. Here.
Oh, this is so now
Breathe. Breathe.
that's another person. That's another person. That's Howard related.
Kitty. Kitty. It's the White Howard related. Yeah. Guys, if
Hey,
you don't know who Kitty is,
don't Google it. Don't Google it,
no,
please. You're gonna
well,
get
you can just to find out, you can type in White Howard Kitty. Don't
that's his
search for
pet.
photos. And if you
That's
don't
his
know this,
pet.
and if you don't know the story, let us know. Just so if you didn't know and you look it up, let us know your reaction to it. Yeah, but you have to come back.
Anyway,
You have to come back to let us know in the comment section.
Yeah, that's a crazy story, man. You never denied that story, by the way, from what I can recall. But I guess sometimes you don't have to deny things. You gotta let it slide, even if it's true or not. I would never, but okay. If it's not true, why would I keep my mouth shut? I'm saying you have a nigga called Kitty.
uh,
Oh shoot! Oh man, this is crazy. People live in double lives, man. This is what Kid Cudi had to say. Fair use.
Hey guys, so I just want to say, man, I've been seeing all the love and support, and I just want to say thank you so much, man. Um, People been hitting me up the past week, just checking in, and even today, and I just it really means a lot to me, man. You guys are the best. I love y'all. Um, this is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me, and yeah. I love y'all, man. Big love. Go stream Neverland.
Did he just promote his latest album? Come on, man. Yo, artists are shameless. Man, it's that a trial. He's like, go stream Neverland. RJ,
you have to
I
you
guess this
have
is a
to
promotion. Everything you have to use for promotion.
yeah, yeah. It's a plug, man. It's a plug.
It's a plug.
I would have done it would have been a man. Call to action. That's what
Call to action.
CTA
Yeah, that's true.
everything.
You got.
That's a call to action.
What did you say? CTE?
C CTA.
Oh, okay, okay. Not sure. I heard CTE, but I guess you said CTA. Okay, okay.
What does CTE for actually? What does CTE stand for actually?
I have no idea. I know what it stands for. Your brain
I,
functioning right. That's what it stands for.
call to let me type it.
Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. We can't say that. We cannot say that, man. You're trying to get us out of here. For sure, for sure. Hey, other people also had a couple of things to say, man. Sheree Hayes, known as the Punisher, a male exotic dancer that Diddy and Cassie hired to perform what he called sexy erotic scenes, testified on day 7 on Diddy's trial. Here are some highlights of out of his testimony. Rajay,
All right.
you're on mute, brother.
Yeah, yeah. Sheree Hayes is his name?
Sheree or Sherry.
Sheree Hayes says he was hired in 2012 to perform an erotic scene for Diddy and Cassie at Trump Tower. He said Cassie told him that she had Diddy, whom she referred to as her husband, wanted to create a scene using baby oil. Claims Cassie greeted him in a bathrobe with nothing underneath and paid him $100 to perform in a dimly lit room filled with baby oil and electric candles. Sheree Hayes says Cassie told him not to look at Diddy when he entered the room and that Diddy directed the scenes.
Pause.
Claims Ca-
Pause right there. Pause right
okay,
there.
okay.
Because if he had looked into the corner, this is what he would have seen. Diddy was sitting there with a bandana and a rope. God
Rapping,
bless. Yo, this is crazy. Yo. This whole
rapping,
case is
yeah,
crazy.
rapping the Crips in New York. Okay. East
Oh
Side.
man,
Oh
this
man.
is crazy, yo.
Claims Cassie and Diddy
Continue.
asked. Claims Cassie and Diddy asked him to be. Come on.
This is crazy, man.
To be glistening with baby oil, and
Oh
that the
man.
sessions lasted around 4 hours. Oh my god. testified that he did his 8 to 12 times, with some scenes lasting 40 minutes after long waits. Also, Sheree Hayes revealed he was always supposed to finish in a specific spot. Sheree Hayes, he was sometimes contacted late. Oh, that's a mistake, I guess.
Yeah.
He was sometimes contacted late in the evening to set up last minute scenes. Also, Sheree Hayes admitted the presence of Cassie's partner Diddy created performance issues. Denied catching feelings for Cassie, but said the government's notes may have taken his comments out of context. Sheree Hayes testified the scenes were nothing like his usual work, calling them intense and far from his typical comedic style. Okay.
You think sometimes you're doing work, you're working as a gigolo, think you're trying to make a buck. Before you know it, 10 years later, your face is plastered in a case like this. They showed all the guys that were involved in this case, man.
Oh man.
This is crazy. You think you're working, people hire you, and all of a sudden, 10 years, 20 years later, your face is plastered as as people who, because this is the thing, they're not co-conspirators.
But yeah, so that's what I wanted to ask. First and foremost, when you're talking about these scenes, were they
Yeah.
scenes with Cassie?
Yeah.
So all the pictures,
So it's
all the dudes you showed were uh
part
intimate
of
with Cassie.
a scene with her. Yeah.
With Cassie.
Yeah. Yeah. They were hired. They were paid. They were paid sometimes $5,000 for a scene. So it's it's crazy. Sometimes you think you're getting paid for some intimate action, and all of a sudden, 10 years later, your face is worldwide known as the man who was tumbling and scrapping and scraping for whatever.
One of them, can you imagine this, KaiR? This happened how long ago? 10 years ago?
10 years ago, at least.
So these people could have changed their lives. Some of them could be deacons at a church, church choir
True.
directors,
True.
community, basketball coaches.
Community leaders.
Yeah.
You know the middle one, this guy right here. Can you see my? You don't. You can see my. This
Yeah, I
guy right
can.
here.
Yeah, he looks familiar.
Yes, he was the guy that. Do you remember there was a guy that popped off at a Trump hotel, and he got arrested, and then he got interviewed or interrogated by the cops, and he said Diddy is part of the boule, and he was hired by Diddy to clap Cassie's cheeks.
Don't remember that.
This
No.
happened like 8 years before these things came out. The video is out there on YouTube. People were calling him crazy. The way they were interviewing him, or not more interrogating him. They were talking to him like this guy is cook.
Yeah.
But Cassie confirmed that he was also hired. So where is it blending? Because he said he would listen to Diddy's phone calls, and he would basically specify a lot of things during that interrogation. Quite crazy. Quite crazy how this turns out. And Don Richards also showed up, RJ.
Is that Danity,
Don
Danity
Richards?
Kane? That a Danity Kane
Yeah.
member?
Yeah, she's part of one of those groups. And when she walked out, some people asked the
Whoops.
question.
Yeah, I'm good.
Someone asked the question. Fair use.
Have a good day.
Yeah, how big is Diddy's dick?
Whoa.
Wow.
Come on now, man.
It's
Monetize this shit.
You're
going too far. Yeah,
I want
man.
to get my ass beat for 10 million. I want to get my ass beat for 10 million. Isn't it freedom of speech? You have freedom of speech?
Have a good day, Dawn. Have a good day.
Yeah, how big is Diddy's dick?
Whoa.
Wow. And I get the 10
Come on
million.
now, man.
Can somebody beat me up for
Monetize
10
this
million?
shit.
Can they
You're
beat
going
me up
too
for 10
far.
million?
Yeah,
I want
man.
to get my ass beat for 10 million. I want to get my ass beat for 10 million. Isn't it freedom of speech? You have freedom
Isn't
of
that isn't that the
Some
same
people are
chick that
tripping.
isn't that the same chick that talked to Lauren LaRosa?
I have no idea. I don't follow. I don't follow Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah, there was this chick. I think the chick in red. Did you see who said it?
No,
It's
I
the
can't
chick.
see the face.
I think, and yeah, I think it's the same person.
You
It
can
has
see
to
the
be a
face.
paid actor.
Maybe you recognize. Maybe you recognize the voice, but there's no one in red actually right here.
Yes, there is. With white short. You can see her.
Let's go through it real quick. Dun, 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 dun.
You have to look. Not now. Later. When she right about there. You saw there that chick. Continue. Yeah, her. Yeah, it's the
That's
same
not a.
person.
That's not a. That's not a red shirt, but okay.
The
I
red
know.
bra.
I'm trying. I'm trying to look for people with a shirt. There's just someone with a boxer short and a bra. What the heck are wrong with these people, man? Is this the same girl who harassed? What's the actor who popped off by mistake during the movie? Know who I mean?
Yeah. I know what you
What's her
mean.
name again? She talks crazy. Is that the same chick? Because I if I see her walking with the boxer short, I would say yeah, that's probably her. It's probably the same chick. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. What else happened during that? Ah, Gene Deal showed up, man. Gene Deal also showed up. This was a crazy situation. Day 6. Fair use.
This is Diddy's former bodyguard. We gotta proceed with caution. He was body slam my ass. But I'm gonna say, can we get a scoop?
I was just watching you last night. That's crazy. I just saw your
Hey,
video.
sir. Good morning. How are you? Happy Monday. Can we get a scoop on anything new?
So what brings you into it?
Anything that used to happen that you might have seen
Wow.
that you just willing to say? Okay. We got a reaction.
I'm gonna keep that for Art. Art is paying me. She's trying to get a free come up out here. Wow, that's the best thing you get out of me, babe.
Yeah.
Lady.
Nice lady.
Nice lady. Crazy out here. People do the most things. They want to come up off of you
Yeah.
without giving you a dime. She's asking for a scoop. This is crazy. Fair use.
Patriots literally just stepping out of court. This is crazy, guys. I was in the actual courtroom. I got in there. My man KK, it worked. Diddy made eye contact with me, looked at me, and waved hello. He looked around and waved hello to me. Oh my God, this is crazy. So, lots of stuff happening. Don Richard took the stand again. And guys, I hate to say it, the lawyer for Diddy, Miss Westmoreland is her name. She's a bulldog. I told her that. I saw her out in the hallway during a break. I was like, you are good. And she's like, thank you. But I mean, Miss Westmoreland destroyed Don Richards on the stand. I hate to say it, but that's what everybody coming out is going to say, that Don Richard was just totally discredited on the stand. Why? Because she had 8 different meetings with the feds, the government. Oh man, is that Gene Deal?
That'd be me.
Can I say hey to you for a second on my TikTok? Guys, this is Gene Deal. Yeah, I've been reporting on you for a while, man. I'm Secret Service Sam. Guys, this is Gene Deal. Gene Deal. How are you feeling, my friend? Give my Patriots an exclusive. What do you think's going on in there? Guys, Gene Deal is the main man. He's the bodyguard. He has been the one leading the entire front on this Diddy campaign.
That's it, right?
Right? I mean, besides Jaguar Wright, you're the most credible person we have. You're
Wait a
Besides
second.
who?
He's putting her
Wait a minute.
Yo! Whoa,
Wait.
my God.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Oh, man.
Wait. Besides who?
Oh, my God. This man just... The heck is wrong with these people? She's putting him next to Jaguar.
Come on, man. Don't
Ain't
discredit
no way.
him like
This
that.
is
man.
disrespect.
Don't discredit him like that.
I don't feel to be honest, I've watched enough interviews of both of these people, and I think Gene is a far more credible source than Jaguar. Ain't no way. This man said next. Oh, I'm gonna play it again, man. I'm gonna play it again. Fair use.
person we have. You're Diddy's ex-bodyguard. Tell the folks, man. You don't want to say much? Come on. Just credible on this Diddy campaign.
That's it, right?
Right? I mean, besides Jaguar Wright, you're the most credible person we have. You're Diddy's ex.
That's when he stopped talking. He's not. I'm not gonna say anything now.
Bodyguard. Tell the folks, man. You don't want to say much?
You say something?
If you're gonna put me below Jaguar Wright, there's nothing for us to talk about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come on,
You already
Gene.
did it, Playboy.
Come on, Gene. You're always saying something. Give him something here. What do you think? Do you think Diddy's gonna get off, or you think what are we looking like?
I think the prosecution is doing a great job. They need to keep up the good work. I
Right?
think they went real lenient on them because they could have went way more charges
Right.
than they did. And that's it.
What do you think about Don Richard? Miss Westmoreland was like, the lawyer was destroying her on the stand, her credibility. She had 8 different times she met with the feds, and they're like, why did you not mention anything about Diddy threatening your life and all that time? Do you believe Don Richard?
A lot of people are traumatized, man. You know, you got to look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at some that this guy holding their life in their hands.
Right, and that makes a difference.
That makes
Hey,
a
I
big
appreciate you, man.
All right.
Thank you for everything
Yes,
you
sir.
do. All right.
you.
Crazy, man. Crazy, RJ. Yeah, so that's some of the people that showed up in court. I mean, there's a lot of things that been said. That Diddy was popping Obama pills, meaning he was popping the I think it's what ecstasy or something like that. They had pictures of him.
Of Obama's face on it.
Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah. They also showed some of the pictures they made from the raid. Sorry. Some of them I cannot show, but some of them I can show. Let me show this. This is the picture they This is where the new rumor started. Vital Honey. He had his own case. Pills. They even took a picture of his Just a Man. What was it called? Just a Man, right? Something like that.
Just for men. Just for men.
Just for Men. Yeah, but this is crazy, man. This is crazy. But yeah, that's the first part of this Diddy topic, man. Guys, let us know in the comments. Do you think that the testimony of Kid Cudi is believable? Do you think Diddy really torched Diddy's Porsche? Kid Cudi's Porsche. Jesus. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think, and we'll be picking one of the best videos, best comments. I'm a bit lost right now. The best comments to feature in one of our future videos. RJ. You're on mute.
I said, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon, and stay tuned for our newsletter where we will share with you links of stories, viral moments, and other type of videos that did not make the shows.
Yes, yes, yes. RJ, what do you think so far about this whole Diddy situation? Is it something that you haven't been following it to a T, but what's your assessment so far?
I believe that up until now, they, being the prosecutor, has they have put people on the stand. People testified, but I'm not entirely convinced, if we have to talk about it from a purely legal perspective, if what they're accusing him of in this particular case is what these testimonies are actually substantiating. Meaning, just to make it simple, let's say I do two things. I commit two crimes, or someone commits two crimes. A burglary and an assault and battery.
Mm.
So maybe I'm guilty of maybe I did commit both acts. But if the prosecutor only chooses to prosecute me for the assault and battery and not for the burglary, and you put people on the stand that will substantiate me that will testify that I committed the burglary, but actually that's not really relevant. If the prosecutor only started a case against me for the assault and battery. And so in this case, we're hearing a lot of stories about Diddy being a freak, Diddy being a wild boy, paying meals to perform acts with his then girlfriend. I mean,
Being
but I believe
excessively violent towards her as well.
yes, but
Don't
what
forget
they're
that part.
but this focus, and you show the 4 points during last week's show, but it
The
has more to
charges.
do the charges, yeah, but it has more to do with. I mean, it's not really related to these acts. It's more like criminal act, like organized crime type of activities, I would say.
Yeah, the charges are quite maybe excessive, maybe where you don't see that. No. Yeah,
And so
that. Yeah, continue. Sorry,
I
my bad.
find it's very great for the, let's say, for the media, for people to talk about. It's great. It's very sensationalized, but I do wonder how the jury will decide at the end of the trial if
Process it.
they have to. What?
Process it, because there's a lot of things being said, but
Yeah,
like
but
you said,
again,
where's the link?
yeah. And if I committed both, but the case is only if someone committed assault and battery on the one hand and a burglary on the other hand, and the prosecutor only starts a case, only charges me for the assault and battery, and you people come and testify that I committed a burglary. I mean, it's not really relevant to the case that much. So maybe they're just doing this to paint a
Building it
picture
up.
of who he is. Yeah, to paint a
Mm.
picture of who he is, like the context of what type of person he is. Maybe I think that's
So
the strategy.
you're saying that the hook is will still come. They're just jabbing right now,
Yeah.
building it up. Let's see, let's see. But one thing for sure is that according to CNN, them Diddy's wealth is probably also on the line right now. So if he loses, it might end up very bad. Fair use for him.
Right now, Sean Diddy Combs isn't only fighting for his freedom, but also his money. Even with all his legal troubles, Forbes estimates his net worth is still around 400 million bucks. But if he were to be convicted, all that could be in jeopardy. Why? Because the government could actually seize his assets. People might hear that and think, wait, does that really mean that all of his businesses, all the money he has, could conceivably have been used to finance this? Therefore, it's all fair game?
Yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, this is a very, very broadly phrased forfeiture allegation. It doesn't look like there was any sort of pre-indictment seizures that they're counting towards it. Normally you see things they've already gotten their hooks into. So it's basically just saying if it is an instrumentality or a proceed, we're going to go after it. And they've named the enterprise in a very broad way, the RICO. The RICO is essentially anything he touched in his business world, whether it's, record labels, liquor labels, planes, trains, and automobiles. Basically mean everything is in play. And the other thing is there's a concept called substitute assets. Just when you think you're crawling out of the wreckage and you're down to your last 400 million, you're told, oh, we're also going for substitute assets, which means even if we can't prove that this particular car, this diamond watch, this piece of art is not connected to criminality, it still relates to our overall reward, and we're going to use it as a substitute.
Crazy. So this might be really his end, and whatever is left, the government might be leaving nothing behind for other alligators.
And that's why I think we have to keep in mind that, because there's another rumor that says that this case was started because Diddy started acting wild and started challenging the people who he fell under, because he started feeling himself too much, thinking that
Biting the hands that feed him, basically. That's what you're
biting the hands that feeds him or that fed him, because they're not feeding him anymore.
saying. They're not feeding him.
And so
they're feeding him
one of
in
the
jail.
rumors is that because he started biting the hand that fed him, that they said, okay, well, then we're gonna make your life miserable. Remember, KaiR, he sold his mansions. He was going liquid. And at the end of this trial, I mean, if they keep throwing, they being the prosecutor, keeps throwing everything on him, knowing that they can stick or that they won't stick, but you just, exhaust them. With the type of lawyers he has, with the type of hours they're probably making, because his freedom is on the line. Maybe it's just I do think that one of the reasons they're also doing it is to financially harm him. What you were,
Makes sense.
yeah. We gave it to you. We can take it away like that. Snap of a
Like
finger,
that.
like Thanos.
Snap of the finger.
Thanos.
Great. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Relating to what you said
Also,
earlier, there's
just wanted to remember our viewers to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our social, subscribe to the channel with the notification icon, and stay tuned for our newsletter where we will share with you a link of videos and other viral content that could not make the show or did not make the show. Yes.
Yeah, going back to what you said in the beginning, because we open up to see what is the status, what have we found so far, and there's a lot of people that are asking the same question: where is the link? Because we're not seeing it, and that's not only people within the hip hop industry, like Vlad. Let me show you what Vlad had to say. But also people that are not relating to this hip hop industry. Vlad said, maybe you can read it.
Yeah, Vlad said, DJ Vlad, I'm going to repeat what I've been saying since before the Diddy trial started. This is a domestic abuse case, not a RICO or trafficking case, and domestic abuse isn't even a charge. I have yet to see a witness who was trafficked. The male pros didn't seem like they were being forced when they got paid to sleep with Cassie. I'm pretty sure They would have done it for free once they found out it was her. And if we want to be fair, Cassie should be getting the same pros and trafficking charges as Diddy. But instead, she got immunity along with 20 mil from Diddy and 10 mil from Intercontinental Hotel. When the dust settles, she will be the real winner of this case.
People outside of the business said this following: fair use. Shout out to Coach JB.
Nobody should be treated the way Cassie Ventura was treated. She is 100% a victim of domestic violence, assault, battery. This case is not as black and white as we all thought. I do not see 12 jurors unanimously agreeing that Cassie Ventura was commercially sex trafficked. After the video was released of Cassie, she made this really heartfelt Instagram post thanking everyone for their support. And she said something at the end. She said, domestic violence is the issue. So that right there is, I think, going to ring in the jury's minds if the defense puts this in their closing argument. Look, the victim of the alleged sex trafficking actually said herself, domestic violence is the issue. So I think that's huge. And I don't think enough people are necessarily talking about that. However, Diddy's a piece of shit, right? But the statute of limitations was up when this beatdown happened, when a lot of this stuff happened. So it's a tough case. You know, you're seeing Cassie obviously say certain things via texts and emails that, listen, I don't want my text read when I was 21 years old, saying things to an older man, trying to placate to him because that's what trauma survivors do. They've been groomed. They also don't feel like they're getting love when they're not being abused. So Cassie was in this awful spot, but was it sex trafficking? I don't know.
That's the big question. That's the big question. Oh man. But yeah, guys. Anything else, RJ?
Nothing else for me. No.
Nothing else. This case is a crazy case, and time will tell. Time will tell where this is going. I'll be honest. I'm still trying to put the things together to find out, to predict where this is heading. I think he'll get time for at least one of the charges, but it's hard for me to see where. Maybe you're right, Arsha. Maybe they're building this slowly but surely, but I wonder where the hook is, because their main person already testified, which was Cassie. That's the victim, which is kind of interesting as well. Usually, when you put a RICO on someone, you have multiple people being charged of a crime, but the RICO is him alone. He's the one
chief,
who was,
the capo, the consigliere, the soldier,
and the guy who was buying. What did you say?
The voyeur.
He's the only one being charged. So you got to ask yourself, what kind of RICO is this? This is a crazy RICO. But I guess the reason why they put it in a RICO is to maybe get his money. But in order to prove everything, you got to prove first that what's the base for the whole RICO. I guess I don't know what they're trying to do. It's all over the place. But it's a crazy case. It's sad though. It's sad. I think that the thing what you see is that Diddy. I think I agree with the woman who said Diddy is not a good guy at all. He's actually one of the worst people out here.
If you look at the chat, you know what type of RICO it is. I think that we need to keep in mind that, again, I don't think that I don't think that I don't think that I don't think that
this only makes us okay, continue.
I don't think that I have to believe that they strategically started with these stories, with the more popular stories, also to get the attention of other people, to get eyeballs on the case. And I would think that, because you mentioned as Cassie as the most important one, I don't think that Cassie, I hope for the prosecution's sake that Cassie is not the most important one. Because I have to believe that there are other people who can state other things. If there are not, then we do have a problem. But
Well,
I think Cassie, I think they
are
started
you
with
part of the
Cassie.
prosecution? The prosecution has a problem, you mean?
Yeah, the prosecution.
Yeah, you said we, like you're part of the police.
I mean, we society, because I
Oh,
do
like
think,
that. Oh, yeah, you're right. In
yeah,
that case, yes.
because I do think that this person is not a good person,
Not at all.
and
Not
I
at
do
all.
think that he did a lot of people harm, bamboozled a lot of people, didn't pay a lot of people, set up certain Belizean political figure, and
I
he's
think I
not a
think
good person.
sometimes
And
sometimes
people
karma
like
comes
that,
back
people like that,
hard.
it's okay. It's okay for them to not be walking amongst us. In that sense, I was talking about we.
Yeah. Like you, I totally agree with you on that. Sometimes it's just when you build up so much bad vibes. I don't. You can call it bad karma, bad vibes. People that don't like you. At a certain point, it will bite you. Even though you might have changed your life later on. But sometimes you did so much harm that you cannot turn your life around, even if you wanted to. The past will haunt you. That's the case right here because he said he changed his life. That's why he was calling himself Brother Love later on after that whole situation. But hey, sometimes you can try to change or rebrand yourself or change yourself, but your past is way too grotesque to let go for
Yeah,
other
I mean, come
people.
on, KR. If you commit a crime today and then you convert to a religion tomorrow and you change your life, that's not gonna exempt you from possible charge. Possible charges.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah,
catch a
I do agree
case.
with you on that. Lock him up. Anyway, guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think that Diddy is done for? Will he actually lose his millions of dollars through this Rico case, or will he survive? Will he walk out free? What one thing for sure, whether he walks out free or not, he won't be he'll have maybe 10 years if he downsizes his money expenditure. He might have 10 years of money left because after this it's done. He's cooked because no one's
Yeah.
gonna work with him after this. RJ, no one wants to
Nope.
be seen with him.
Well, Ye would.
First off, he needs to raise his right arm to the right angle before he can actually accept his collaboration. Probably. Who knows? Who knows?
That's
Anyway, guys, that is.
initiation.
By the way, he's been promoting his song. Did you see how he was promoting it?
Yeah, I did. Unfortunately.
So you have people are singing in the open. Yo, what the heck? What? Where are we in the world right now? We are. It's turning into a clown show at this point. Anyway, guys, let us know in the comments what you think about the clown show we are having in the world right now. Diddy, is he cooked? I do think he's cooked, but let us know how you think. And of course, guys, the best comments will be featured in one of our future videos. And make sure you share your hottest take, RJ.
Yes, guys. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. As Kara said, the best comment will get a mention in a future show. And remember as well to stay tuned for our up and coming newsletter where we will share with you links to stories and viral moments that did not make the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go to the next topic, which is the New Orleans prison break, which is already legendary, but it's kind of a Michael Scofield situation, but with a couple of hoodlums, and that never ends well. Fair use.
We're covering out of New Orleans, Louisiana, 11 escaped inmates. There is a manhunt underway at this hour. We have a brand new statement in from the Attorney General of Louisiana. She says, quote, someone clearly dropped the ball and there is no excuse for this. I'm in communication with Troop NOLA and the LA State Police, Louisiana State Police Superintendent, Colonel Hodges. It's all hands on deck. The first priority in any escape must be the immediate capture of the inmates in coordination with state and local law enforcement. But that effort cannot come at the expense of timely notification to the public, which is also critical to keeping communities safe. My office will do whatever it takes to determine how this happened and make sure that it won't happen again. I'm calling on a full investigation. This is beyond unacceptable. And once these offenders are back in custody, there must be real accountability. John, this, as we have more brand new information, that they do not have two of those back in custody. We were reporting, per their statement, that they
Crazy situation, RJ. Well, they have captured a couple of them. This was the initial news report. You can see a 33-year-old, 27, 32, 28, 36, 24, a 43-year-old, and 4 20 or 22, 21, 22-year-olds. So yeah, it's a prison break. Maybe there's something Diddy might try in the future. RJ.
Can you show the pictures again? You could have fooled me, KR. If you had told me that this was the gigolos that Cassie slapped with. I mean, it looks almost. I mean, in the previous segment. In the previous segment,
I'm gonna put them next to each other. Let me
the
find
previous
the other
segment,
one.
you showed similar picture. So,
Well, there were a couple of pale skin between them. That's a big difference right there. But
here, if you go in the previous one, there are some people who can be mistaken. So yeah, they can be mistaken for the new version of Ye supporters. But if you go to the to the break-in, oh man. Before I proceed, because someone did F up, but remember, guys, to
bunch of them are
like,
effed up.
yeah, like, subscribe to the channel, read the show, but press the like button. Also, don't forget to stay tuned for our up and coming newsletter where we will share with you links to articles and viral moments that did not make today's show. But
Yeah. This is it started off. It started off like a crazy situation because this was the initial video of them running away. That one tripped and fell down. You can see them running, crossing they were crossing the highway, my man. What the heck? Don't you see them?
Oh, no,
You're
I
in the
didn't.
middle, close to the.
Oh, yeah.
You can see them running here, right here, crossing the highway. This, by the way, they're lucky that at night there's not many cars, because usually when you try to cross a highway, people get hit at that moment.
Yeah, but I guess that's why they waited to do it at night as well, right? And there has to be like some kind of an inside job, I would believe.
Yeah, there was an inside job. They caught a janitor actually. The janitor said that he was threatened by them. Let me see if I can find his picture real quick. Yeah,
What did he say? He was threatened by them.
This was the janitor. So the janitor. Come on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, so the janitor said the following. He helped them. Investigators say that he was asked by the inmates to turn off the water in the cell, and he gladly did. He's been charged with principle to escape and malfeasance. He's also said that they threatened him to poke him up turn
Tory
him
Lanez.
into turn him into a singer from Canada. So
No,
yeah,
not Drake, the other one.
not
Tory Lanez.
not Rick, no, Tory Lanez. Yes, yes. Another situation. So these guys came out running, doing the best they can to the best impersonation of what not to do, because one of the guys, the first one who got captured actually, Kendall Myers, went straight black to his block, as dumb idiots do, and did this fair use.
Yeah, man, nigga know I hit a back on my board. Yeah, I'm about to go with a 2. Yeah. Get up with me. Alright. Fresh out of jail. Stop playing. What? Yeah.
A few moments later.
Yeah, so he was captured within 24. I think this is where these guys were trying to get out, and they locked the door so others couldn't follow. If you're in the crew, you're either with the crew or outside of it. You ain't chasing us. We did all the hard work, threatened everyone, and now you wanna lift up with us? Ain't no way. But this is one of them, RJ. He went back to his block to show love to the homies. First thing he does is the worst thing you can do. It's the first place they're gonna search for you. At your mama's house, at your auntie's house, at your brother's house, at your block. RJ.
And where did they find him?
Somewhere where he lives in New Orleans.
Okay.
That's where they caught him. So
Yeah, but let's say he went home. Whether that be
second one went. This was let me share my screen. This was the second who was caught. And in his case, he went home. He went straight home, and yeah, it didn't end up well. They captured him in the 3500 block of the 2nd Street, thanks to tips. So it was the neighborhood concerned citizen. Shout out to them. A fellow concerned citizen called the cops before this crazy ninja pops up off the block. Because this is how they come out. They think they're invincible. They think they're Superman. That's the second one, RJ. You want to see how the third one got caught?
Yeah.
The third one got caught. Let me see if I can go back. Let me scroll down. Oh man.
Did he go live, KaiR?
No, it didn't go live. This is crazy. He went numb. And you gotta ask yourself, how do you mean he went numb? Well, usually, what do people do in jail to pass the time? They use drugs.
Yeah.
This is how this guy got caught. Fair use. He was sleeping. Look at this, RJ. He was sleeping at the bus stop.
He was tripping.
This guy was off. He was beaming off to Scotty. Look at this.
Beam me up, Scotty.
He was beaming up to Scotty, man. Jeez, look at him. He's touching him. This is a fugitive. My man, you can't be out here sleeping at the bus stop. It's crazy, man. I don't know. Imagine
know,
you escape a prison, and this is your bright idea. Might as well stay in.
you know what the messed
Kajay,
up thing is, KR?
tell me.
Who do you think will greet them? Who do you think will be first in line to greet them when they get back into the same jail they escaped from?
I have no idea.
The dudes
Oh, they locked
that
out.
did not escape because
Oh man, this is crazy. So this is another situation where they caught a video of this is a surveillance camera in NOLA, New Orleans, and
Mhm.
as you can see, these guys were walking in the street, brand new jeans. Look at them walking right here. This is the worst prison break ever. Come on, man. RJ, can you believe this? These guys are walking in the streets like it's like they are there on a tourist tour.
They have to lay low. Just lay low.
My God. My God. They caught a couple of them so far. They caught a couple of them, but they also they this is a video of people are betting on them, by the way. Who's gonna get caught first?
Yeah, it's like horse race.
It's like a horse race now. The people are betting on this. These are the three right now that are at least remaining at large. You can see here. You can see them walking, all white. Yeah, people are saying Derek is the one who's gonna stay the longest out.
I think either Derek or Lanton with those tattoos. Antoine ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. One of the disadvantage of tattoos, man. By the way, tattoos on your neck, tattoos on your face, tattoos on your arm. People will recognize tattoos, man. This is not why I never understood.
Maybe I think it's the last. I think it's the middle one actually that will be caught last. Yeah.
Yeah. If he
He just needs to
cut the
get a
dreads,
haircut. Cut the
cut the
dreads, yeah.
YN dreads.
Yeah.
Shave the face, man.
Yeah.
Shave the face for the next 2 months and stay low. Go work at a farm or something. Oh man, this is stupid, man. This is, I mean, RJ, we know of the legendary movie, this legendary movie where
Series.
Michael Scofield.
It was a series.
It's a series. Yeah, it's a series. That's right.
Yeah.
It was like a movie.
It was like a movie. Yeah.
It was like a movie. When it's dropped, it was the hardest series in the streets, worldwide.
Yep.
Worldwide. Ain't this was bigger? Would you say? I would say probably bigger than Game of Thrones when it came out. There was a worldwide sensation.
It was definitely one of the first, I would say, super series that I can remember. And when I say super series, let's say super viral series. You had Heroes as well. Do you remember Heroes?
Heroes,
But
yes.
Well,
Heroes
that
went
exploded.
off. Yeah, literally, that went off like it started great, but after 2 seasons, it went downhill real quick.
Yeah, but
I don't
Prison
even
Break was,
remember finishing Heroes.
yeah, definitely. I think that was Game of Thrones. You can definitely compare it, yes. But you do
Yeah.
see like a challenge. When you start a very good series, and you start on a high, it's a
Yeah.
good thing, but it's also
It's hard.
challenging because you need to. So I think it should just be more common to I think people let's say producers of series like this, they should look at this current Prison Break is recovering and get inspiration out of it on how to make movies.
I
Max
mean,
two
this is a
seasons. Max two
RJ.
seasons.
This is a great. You can make a pretty good series out of this.
Yeah,
But
max two
it's a
seasons.
comedic.
Max
It's a
one.
comedic. Yeah, max one. Make max probably one.
It's like, you know, like
You can.
The
It's like a
Sherlock
comedic.
the Sherlock series, like
I
long.
haven't watched that one.
It's like movie, like, so BBC's Sherlock. It's like
Mm,
it's a series, but every episode is kind of like a movie because it's like an
mm,
hour and a half. But then
yeah.
it's long, and then you do have seasons, but actually, what are you talking about? It's like one
Yeah. You
season
just
is one story. It's enough. It's enough.
so yeah. It's you don't have to. It's a one off. Pow.
Yeah.
But the problem is, RJ, commercialized. People try to milk it a second season. That's why usually the second season is less developed than the first one. It's like a first album of an artist. That's the longest they've been working on it. It's that they've been working on that first album for years. So it's a compilation of his best songs he's been creating for a couple of years. And then the second album usually follows up the first album quite quickly, and he has less time to, or he or she has less time to create a good album. That's why usually the second album is a bit eh. And it's usually with the second seasons as well, because they try to milk it as soon as possible before people forget it. By the way, RJ, don't forget the part. Prison Break became popular at a time where social media was not as prevalent as it is right now. So imagine if you had social media back then, that would have been crazy. You know how crazy people would go with the whole Theodore Backwell, with him pulling out the pocket. That would have gone crazy on social media back then. Are you alive?
Yeah, I'm just thinking,
Oh,
man.
you're just thinking.
I'm just thinking because remember, The Wire? That was before
Mhm.
that. The Sopranos was also before that. Or was it during the
What year?
same
What
time?
year was Prison Break?
Prison
I
Break had
remember
to be
what.
like 19, no, 2005.
No, 2000. Let me see. 2005.
Yeah.
2005 started.
The
And The
Sopranos was
Wire.
before that. And The Wire was,
The Wire was 2002, and Sopranos started in 1999.
yeah, before that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it would have been crazy just to answer your question. But
The difference between those two, though, RJ, is both what you said, both Sopranos and The Wire are HBO series,
yeah,
and not
yeah,
were not as widely distributed as
yeah,
Prison Break. That's the big
that's
difference,
true.
because I
Yeah,
think
because I guess
think
Prison Break was on one of those. Was it on
let's
ABC?
see,
I guess.
one of those.
So one of the
Whoa.
like more popular
Who
channels. Yeah,
developed this stuff? Who developed it? This was, I see, Fox. It was on Fox.
Fox. Yeah. It was a very very good one. No, but hey, you live and you learn. But I do think that was at that time one of the best series to watch. So
Yeah, yeah. Animal. Is
you
there
can
a place
also
where you can
compare it.
watch it?
Actually, you know what you compare it to? You can compare it to KR.
It's
The
on Netflix, by the way.
not in the on the type of, so not referring to the genre, because you compared it to Game of Thrones. You can also compare it to the House of Cards when it
Mm,
came out. Like just the sensation when that came out as well. Everyone was like, "Are you watching the House of Cards? You have to watch the House of Cards."
yeah.
That ended, or yeah,
Wentworth, I think Wentworth and Dominic Purcell got so much money off of that series that they didn't even have to work again after that. I've
yeah.
never seen the Wentworth play anything after that.
Are those the actors?
Yeah. That's Schofield and his brother Lincoln.
I did see them. but
but they're
like minor
smaller.
roles,
Yeah, minor roles.
yeah, minor roles
Nothing
in
as big
movies.
as it before that,
No,
after that, or
no.
around that time.
But
So
usually
they,
that's but KR, you do see that a lot with TV series, right? So you don't have a lot of TV actors that transition to movies.
well,
Not a lot.
well, yeah, but none of them though. The Wire cast, even Prison Break, outside of the main characters, Robert
O-
Knapper, which
The
is
only
Theodore
one I would
Backwell, played
two
in a lot
people,
of
right?
movies.
The Russian and the villain, the one that
Yeah,
the
Peter
Diddy of
Stormare.
the Diddy of the crew.
Yeah, he played in a lot of movies. Did Sarah played? Yeah, Sarah played in a couple of movies. I mean,
I don't
these
know
guys played in
I don't know
movies,
them by
but
name. So without a without pictures, I can't tell you anything.
yeah, yeah, Henry Pope played as well. Hey, but Michael Rappaport played in that movie as well. Yeah, series. I can't recall Michael playing in Prison Break, but he did. I
Probably a
see
minor
here.
role, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Anyway,
imagine his role. Oh, I can imagine his role. Great guy, man.
it-
Great guy.
I need to rewatch that series, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think this is a very bad prepared Prison Break where people are weighing it as they are going as they are running away? This is a very bad. It seems like very bad prepared. No thoughts at all, and yeah. Do you expect everyone to get caught within 2 or 3 weeks? Let us know in the comments. RJ,
Yeah. Yeah, I was just
you're dozing off, man.
I'm
I,
not
w- I
dozing off.
just
I'm
said
looking.
that. I just said that. Let your please drop your best comment feature in the. We'll be featuring in the next video, and you can.
I'm not asleep as in literally, but I did fall asleep relating to the show because I was thinking about how I have to tell our people to remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon in an original way. You know.
Yeah.
Also, I was asking myself whether the best way to get our supporters to stay tuned to our newsletter would be just to simply say tell them to stay tuned because we will share with them the link for them to sign up in a bit so they'll receive our weekly links to articles and videos, viral videos. But
Yes, yes. We
that's what
won't
I was
pull out
thinking
our
of.
pocket for people to hold it like Theodore Bagwell. That's for sure. Or Diddy in the
Or
future. Who
Diddy.
knows? Or Diddy. Oh my God. Is Diddy the new Theodore Bagwell? God will know. We'll know real soon, within a couple of weeks. Guys, let's go to your thoughts. Thought of the week, comment of the week. That goes to, for this show at least, we'll go to the person who responded to the Diddy Freak Monster show we did last week. Let me share my screen real quick. Melojo. I don't know what Melojo was talking about, but he said a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old does not think about the full parameter of decisions. They only think about the present. In addition, they have not experienced the life the way an adult has. So you can't expect them to be able to make grounded adult decisions. Well, Well, Malajo, I do agree with you on certain on that point, but I also don't agree. By 15 years old, someone knows bad from good. You might not see the full ramification of what you're doing. That could be true. You might not see if, oh, but you know that if you take a beautiful sharp tool and you stab up of someone's gut, that the chances are that they'll perish. And if they perish, you get either jail time or something like that, or people will try to send you to the gulag as well. So you know the ramifications of what you're doing, whether you can see the full scope, it's maybe I might agree on that. You can see the full scope. So hell, there are people that are 40 years old who can see past their own nose, in a sense.
Well, I'll
So,
just say this about I don't agree entirely with that part, KR, in the sense that as a 15-year-old, it's not. It's more. You know what you've been taught to be good and bad, either by your parents or by school. So you don't know. For example, some people might say if you you know it's I'm just gonna give an example. You have to abstain until marriage. If you don't, then
mm,
it's bad. But when you grow
mm,
up, that's when you have to decide for yourself, hey, do I believe it? Yes or no? And as a 15-year-old,
mm,
you don't have that. You're just you do know what's right and wrong, but based on the framework given to you by your environment, I would say mostly. It's later on when you're older with more experience that you can say, oh, you know what, I do believe in abstinence until marriage, or I don't, for example. So in that sense, yeah, that's just some
okay,
what I wanted to
okay.
add.
But that's a good argument. That's a good argument. Can deny that. You're basically arguing that the frame of work that you've been presented as a kid is basically your moral judgment at that moment, and
At that
later on
moment,
in life you can have a moral
not
judgment of yourself. Sometimes people don't get even to that far, but
no,
you
they
might have a
listen
point there.
to no. Some people don't. They don't.
Yeah, they don't. No, they don't.
You can pass away without ever finding out for yourself what your framework is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, that's a point. Anyway, thank you to Mela Joe and also to whoever else sent the messages to this drop the comment on this show. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you share your thoughts, and we always choose a couple of thoughts, and they're all. Sometimes we don't pick them up right away. Sometimes could be three days, maybe 7 days, but the best ones will always. The cream rises to the top. Anything else you want to say, RJ, before we go to the last part of the show?
Just want to thank you for commenting, guys. If you want a chance to get a mention in a future show, specifically in our comment of the week section, do not hesitate to engage with us. Let us know your thoughts and opinion.
Yeah. Let's go to around the internet and let's start right away. It's heavy out here. It's heavy. Everything is heavy. Heavy. Let's start right away with this one. Fair use. And it's called Don't Be Cheap or Too Heavy in Life or Past Life. Who knows? You can tell me, RJ, which one is it? Is it too heavy or too cheap?
Big baby. Love you. Oh! Get the fuck! Whoa!
They got
Whoa!
ghostwriting the casket. Look at Unc. Oh my God, they disrespecting Unc, man. Unc is ghostwriting the casket. Too cheap or too heavy? Which one is it, RJ?
I think it's too cheap. That's
Let's
not
play
well
it
built.
again. Let's play it again. Let's see if
No,
it's too
oh
cheap.
my God, that's crazy, man. I thought someone
Why
would
isn't it
fall.
playing? Yeah, someone fell out of the casket. Where is the? There it is. Man, they treating.
Love you, big baby. Love you. Oh! Get the fuck!
The casket got so much lighter in a second.
Whoa! Whoa!
Damn. Too cheap, too cheap. Buy good casket, guys.
That
Look,
no,
this
I
is
don't
crazy.
think that's buying a good casket. I think that is a casket is supposed to hold someone. I think the casket is poorly built.
That is true.
The casket is poorly because
That
a
is
cheap
true.
casket. Listen, you have different price ranges. The only difference in price range is
How many hooks, RJ? How many hooks do the casket seller will get?
I would say as much as they want. That's
Uppercut,
that's
right
no,
hook,
man, that's a no
uppercut,
go, man.
right
That's a
hook.
no go. That's a no go.
This is crazy, yo. This is crazy. This is total disrespect. Other than the casket dancers from Africa.
That bottom is probably made out of IKEA wood. That's
Plywood.
that's
They put it together with a net. Anyway, let's go to the next one, man.
I
Let's go
left
to
it
the
out
next
in the
one.
rain for 3 days.
Cheese. Come on, man. RIP to Ung, though. RIP to Ung. Ung was
Yes, and
dripped in red, so we know what he represents.
no, we don't know that.
I do know. Look at the bandana next to him. I do know.
I just saw the bandana. I just saw the bandana.
He was dripping. He was dripping in red. RIB. Next one. Let me share my screen. Wait a second. I'm missing one. Whoa. What happened? Oh. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to this one first. Fair use.
Maybe a witness this guy rear-ended him. You wait for the cops. Hey, sir. Stop.
No, he's fucked up, dude.
I don't have full coverage, dude.
It is what it is. Look. Yeah, dude. Let's get out of here. He's fucked up, Johnny. We don't want to be in the middle of the road.
I gotta get.
Johnny, it's not
I gotta get
safe.
his information.
It's not safe out here, dog. Dude. He just like rolled over his own car, dog. Wow. Holy shit.
Maybe a witness this guy rear-ended him. You wait for the cops. Hey, sir. Stop.
No, he's fucked up, dude.
I don't have full coverage, dude.
It is what it is. Look. Yeah, dude. Let's get out of here. He's fucked up, Johnny. We don't want to be in the middle of the road.
I gotta get.
Johnny, it's not
I gotta get
safe.
his information.
It's not safe out here, dog. Dude. He just like rolled over his own car.
He's
dog.
trying to get us. Yo, Johnny, this man can barely stand on his 2 feet. He's running away like ice is coming. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Show it one last time. Show it one last time.
Okay.
Specifically the part. Okay. Oh, it's IG. Just start playing.
IGs.
Start playing. Because what car do they have?
Wait for the cops.
This looks like a Hyundai.
KaiR.
Okay.
That's like not even a Tesla can do that, man. The car is parking itself.
It's taken. It's reversing for safety reasons. Oh
Who needs
man,
a Tesla, man? Who needs
who
a
needs
Tesla?
a Tesla? Oh man, this guy was ghostwriting the whip. Look at him. Look at him. Let me see. What did the?
Hey, sir. Stop.
No, he's fucked up, dude.
I don't have full coverage, dude.
It is what it is. Look. Yeah,
Okay, what's this? Infinity?
dude. Let's get.
Yeah, or One of
or a
the Chinese
BMW
brands.
or a
Yeah.
Chinese brand. Yeah. No full coverage at all.
Let's get out of here. It's fucked up, Johnny. We don't want to be in the middle of the road.
By the way, good friend, because he sensed he got the vibes right away. Johnny, don't run after this guy. He's about to get run over by a car. You will be taken with him, and I won't have someone to drive me home.
Yeah.
Sometimes self-interest, RJ. Sometimes people are very.
Wait, Johnny, it's not safe.
Johnny,
safe out
Johnny,
here,
don't you
dog.
see
Dude.
the vibes? Look at him. Johnny, the guy's on the floor right now. The car is
He
reversing.
just like rolled over his own
Look at
car,
it.
dog.
RJ, he's running. He's now running like ice is behind him. Look at this. Look at
Holy
this.
shit.
By the
Dude
way, I
is
saw another.
wasted.
I saw another one where a family of 3 were involved in an accident. I don't know where, but they hopped out of the car, RJ, and started running. And they all seemed like
What?
they were running from ice in case ice arrives, because the car didn't have any plates on it or anything. It's crazy. We are living in crazy times. We are living in crazy times. Let's finalize today's show with this one. I found the caption for it. So, is it time to move on? Is it sometimes time to move on? Do people stay together too long? Are they getting used to toxic environment? Fair use.
Drusilla telling my son to call the police because she been sitting here saying she about to pour this water on me, balling it. But as I come to the stove to fix my food, she reached for the water. So I grabbed the pot and then I grabbed for her hand to move her hand so she do not grab this pot to pour hot water on me. When I did that, she told her son to go call the police. And that's why he's sitting here saying now she told him to call the police when he know that's not right. I have it all on camera. Because to move your hands so you don't pour hot water on me when I'm just coming to the stove trying to fix my food. There's no reason for you to pour hot water on me. I have all of this recorded. I touched her hand to move her hand so she do not grab this. I did not even touch her heart. I touched it very soft. So you don't pour hot water on me, Drusilla. When I walked into the stove to make my food, I didn't walk to the stove to touch Drusilla. I walked to the stove to make my food. And when I did, she went for the pot to pour hot water on me, as she has been saying for the last 20 minutes about why she is standing here. My kids' food is sitting there. She said that she are standing at the stove to pour the hot water on me. That's why it is bothering.
So far, RJ, is it a toxic situation?
I don't know if it's toxic, but it's time to move on. I mean, someone's trying to. Are you saying we're not done yet?
The guy comes with a clarification. Fair use. Oh.
With you people. Hey, man. To you common people, right? Posting on all of these comments on that video that I posted a couple days ago, right? Hey, man, relax. Relax. It's okay. You do not have to be so rambunctious, right? Rambunctious meaning uncontrollable, right? Not able to control yourself, right? Relax. You people do not have to do that. Post all of these comments and stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You can do whatever you want to do.
Okay. That's the first part. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because he's playing music in the background. This is this final clarification.
What's going on? What's going on? I made the last video, but I didn't quite explain what happened that led to that. I walked in the house and got ready to make my food, right? and Drusilla was still at the stove. I have no respect for her, but I still have enough respect for myself where I went to her in a very controlled manner, very docile manner, and just asked her how long she had left on the stove. Because for the last couple of days, since the last situation that happened with the stove happened, Drusilla had been making the food a little earlier. So I did that. And when I asked her that, I don't know, here, you can have the stove, just start getting aggressive and yelling at me like that. So I said, well, Drusilla, I just asked her how long much left you have with the stove so I can know how I need to adjust. And she get all angry and upset. And I say, well, Drusilla, why are you talking to me like that? You would not be okay with your kids talking to you like that. And she say, well, I don't have no respect for you, this, such and such. I say, well, Drusilla, I don't have no respect for you.
I'm not gonna continue. You've heard enough. The both of them are saying, I don't have respect for you. Apparently, they've been together since they were in high school. So I guess maybe it's familiarity. I don't know what it is, but if both of you guys are saying you don't have respect for each other, what are you saying for the kids? So the kid sees one throwing the hot water on the other one. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing, RJ?
Doesn't make any sense. But there are a lot of people who remain in relationships like this. And I think one of the reasons is because prices are high. It's cheaper to split the fees, the costs. So then you deal with what you have because you don't have options. If either of them had options, they probably would have moved on.
What RJ is saying is get your money up.
Yeah.
Don't get your funny up.
Money, 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 money. Yeah. That's it for me, man.
Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Of course, do you believe it's sometimes not good to be cheap in life or buying a bad casket? Do you have full coverage? Do you know? Are you driving carefully when you don't have full coverage? Even then, you can get hit rear-ended by a drunken person who doesn't have any coverage. You clearly could see he doesn't have any coverage. Hell, does he even have American passport? Who knows?
Not even God's coverage, probably.
Well, anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Last one. Is it time to move on? Are you in a toxic relationship? Can't you move on because you're too broke? Get your money up, man. On both sides, women and guys. Don't stay into a relationship before you know it. I hate to say this, but before you know it, you're in a Diddy situation, Diddy Cassie situation. Stay too long in a toxic, you might get toxic yourself. RJ, take it away.
Guys, thank you for sticking with us until the end. Whatever your thoughts are, let us know in the comment section below. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon, and stay up to date when we drop our newsletter where we will share with you links to articles and viral videos that did not make the show, either because we doesn't fit in the amount of time or the content is not really YouTube appropriate. And we have to respect the platform. Guys, it's been a pleasure. We'll see each other in the next one. Until next time. Peace.
Do you have the stomach